What's going on, guys? Bethesda Games here with more Fallout 3, Tale of Two Wastelands. In the last episode when we left off, we made our way to the sort of top right corner of the map. We picked up a couple of bobbleheads on the way, got a useful weapon and a new companion, and we also got a couple of weapon schematics for weapons that we can craft later on, which is quite cool. But this episode we're just going to be making a start on the Wasteland survival guide, and we'll probably pick up a couple of bobbleheads along the way, maybe just one. And just get the first chapter done.
Please. What?
So our first mission in the Wasteland Survival Guide is head over to the Super Duper Mart and find some food, and then we also have the optional objective of finding some medicine as well. And each Wasteland Survival Guide chapter has an optional objective you can complete, and over the course of completing the quest it will provide you with bonus rewards. And whenever you come across the Super Duper Mart, there is opportunity for some random events. So this is actually a really useful random event. Got quite lucky here, and this will give us access to some skill books in the scrapyard where we picked up dog meat. So it's nice to get that at the start of the playthrough. So after we complete the super duper market, there is beds there we can use to replenish our health and any limb damage we take. So this person has a fully upgraded 10mm pistol, which is really cool, and we can take the mods off that to then put on our weathered 10mm pistol. So now our regular 10mm pistol has an extended magazine, laser sight to help increase its accuracy, and a silencer. So it functions the same essentially as the silenced 10mm pistol, but it doesn't have that bonus critical chance. And the silenced 10mm pistol also has a unique upgrade of the fast trigger to increase its rate of fire. So even if you have a fully upgraded 10mm pistol, it's definitely still worth having a silenced 10mm pistol on you as well.
It's go time.
Yeah, and they also have a Chinese assault rifle that we can use to repair our Chinese assault rifle. There's a steam gauge assembly here, and that will be required to make the railway rifle later on. So if you're not sure where to pick up one of those, you can always get one at the super duper mart. And there is this door here, it's got an average lock. There is also a terminal you can hack as an alternative, but if you can't find the key, you can get it elsewhere, so I'll show off where to get that in a second. But after you enter this building and find the medicine, it does cause some more enemies to spawn. And we want to pick up the officer employee ID, because we can hack this terminal. Let's see if there's any things we can use to replenish our attempts. So we managed to get it there. And we can run the maintenance routine, which activates this protectron, which can help us take out the other enemies that spawn in.
Robco R04 B9 Office Helper.
But over in the corner here, there are a few bottles of nuclear quantum.
Protocol. Error. Routing daily agenda. Error. Security breach detected. Please stand back.
We're back. Somebody open up the... Hang on. Something ain't right here.
I've always thought that's a really cool detail.
Greetings, fellow office employee. Please present your valid ID.
But if you don't pick up the office ID badge, the protection will be hostile to you.
Wanna dance, mate? Let's dance. Okay. Come on, boys. Fresh meat. Yeah! Tear them apart! You're gonna die!
But if you can't find, or if you can't access the storeroom in the back there, there is the super duper mark pharmacy key, and that'll let you access that storeroom.
Hostile. Target identified. Multiple failures.
So the protection got taken out pretty quick there. I guess he helped us take out a couple of guys. But there's that refrigerator there you can use to complete the food objective. But there's also another one that we can find. I think there is another enemy as well, floating around the store somewhere.
You're dead, big shit.
Yeah, there's also a refrigerator here you can use to find food. So you can just come in the door, make your way straight over here and find the food if you want to. There's a couple of stim packs here. I'm not sure if those stim packs clear off the medicine objective. There's also a laser pistol over here. Normally there's one here as well, but I think that's the one that guy was using that we took out a second ago. This is one of our first energy weapons, and right at the start of the game they tend to give you quite a lot of ammo for energy weapons, which is quite cool. In all the cash registers there's some pre-war money. You can sell that for a decent amount of caps. So now we can head back to Megaton.
So, how's the scabbing been? Got the food medicine from that super duper mart?
So we do have the option to lie even though we found it. But we just
Really?
can tell the
You
truth.
did? You did? Well, all right. Tell me all about it.
And then if your special points are over certain thresholds, you do also have options to
So you're
give
saying
those as
that
a
they
speech check.
acquired a well-protected stash? I wonder how many other places are hiding treasures behind monsters. Well, keep what you got. Just traded for a big food shipment myself. Here, take a bit, my treat. Tastes kinda great after a while. Oh, and take this. It's an old food sanitizer. Just carry it with you, and it should automatically make most food and drink more, better. I still need to study a living specimen with radiation poisoning. I need someone to research how to travel through a minefield. And that'll cover the first section of the book. Which strikes your fancy?
So radiation's a very easy objective to
Well,
complete,
that's
so we
what
can
I
do
need
that
your
quite
help for,
quickly.
isn't it? I know lots about it from books, but I never seem to get a live example. Not for long, anyway. So I need you to get a bit of radiation poisoning, so I can study its effects. Oh, not a deadly dose, of course. I can fix you up before that. Oh, you're a peach! Or at least some sort of hardy fruit that grows in the savagely irradiated mockery of agriculture we have nowadays. Now, 200 rads should be enough for basic sickness. But if you can get 600 or more rads, my test will be even more accurate. Just make sure you can get back here, and I'll see to it that you're well taken care of.
So here we have to contract some radiation poisoning, and again we have the optional objective of contracting 600 rads rather than just 200.
You've done so much for us. I want you to have this. Certainly.
That's just from fixing the bomb.
Attend now to the words
If we just come out into the puddle around the bomb and drink the water repeatedly, it increases our radiation level.
Come forth and drink the waters of the glow, for this ancient
So we've got minor radiation
war is our
poisoning.
salvation. It is the very
So we can go
symbol
back
of
to Moira
glory.
now, or we can contract more severe radiation poisoning and
the resplendence of the
complete that bonus
promise of our
objective.
division in the times to come. Give your bodies to Adam, my friend. Release yourself to his power. Feel his glow and be divided. There shall be no tears, no sorrows, no suffering. For in the division, we shall see our release from the pain and hardships of this world. Yea, your suffering shall exist no longer. It shall be washed away in Adam's glow, burn from you in the fire of his brilliance. Each of us shall give birth to 1 billion stars formed from
And
the
there's
mass
the
of our
objective,
wretched
optional
and
objective
filthy bodies.
completed. And if you look at the effects tab, you can see with severe radiation poisoning, we get -1 strength, -3 endurance, and -2 agility. But thankfully, Moira patches us up when we go back to her.
Oh, feeling a bit under the weather? Or a bit over the Geiger counter? I can tell! You're positively glowing! Now, just hold on and try not to move. Tell me how it feels, and I'll get you fixed right up. You're a mighty lucky one, you know that? At this state, most people'd have trouble standing up, much less walking over here. Now, let me take a few notes, and I'll handle that nasty radiation with a bit of my own homemade rad cure concoction. I've never had a chance to test it out on someone so heavily dosed, but I'm sure it'll work out fine. Exciting, isn't it? Okay, a little Brahmin milk, a couple magnets, and maybe a few happy thoughts. Well, you're alive! Oh, that's the good news. But there was a little side effect. A teeny tiny, mutation. But it seems to be benign, at least. Here, take a few radiation chems as my little way of saying, I'm sorry I twisted your DNA like a kitten with a ball of yarn.
So, along with the radiation chems, she's also given us a mutation for completing that optional objective. And it basically means if we have advanced radiation poisoning, like we did before, our crippled limbs automatically regenerate don't necessarily rely on it of healing your limbs, just because there are other easier ways to restore them, like sleeping in a bed or doctor's bag, but it's a useful thing to have.
Landmines are one of the few dangers out there that you can profit from. Disarm one before it blows, and you can sell it for plenty of caps. I've heard stories about a ghost town that's just full of mines. Traders just call the place Minefield. Sounds like the place for some field work. Get in there, get back, and tell me all about it. And could you bring back a mine for my studies? Oh, don't worry. No one ever goes there because they say it's a ghost town. And since ghosts don't exist, you can just focus on the landmines. I hear there's a playground in the middle of town. Reach that point and come back, and I'm sure you'll have some stories to tell.
So if you look on the map, there is Minefield, and it's quite close to the scrapyard where we found dog meat. So we can go and get the skill books that we got a key to unlock the safe they're in from the random event that occurred outside Super Duper Mart. And we've only got 4 frag mines, and they're worth 300 caps, which isn't too bad. They've got a very good price to weight ratio, so they can almost act as like a bank of caps that you can sell at any time to a vendor when they have more money on them. Not quite sure what's going on there. We come back over to Scrapyard with the key that we got from that random event. We'll have to remember where the burned out bus northwest corner. And this can't be unlocked normally unless you have the key. That gives us a few books to read. That'll help us increase our skills. Like I said, very handy to get at this point in the game. You might notice this minefield town. We walked past this earlier when we went up to the power station on our way to get the alien blaster. I recommend saving here because this area always has a tendency to crash on me for whatever reason. And then there's this model home you can open here. It's never had anything in it for me, and it is a very hard lock, which is a bit weird. But in all the homes in Minefield, there tends to be some useful items and a couple of skill books. So we just got tumblers today there, which will increase our lockpicking skill. And then pre-war books as well in a few of the houses. You'll definitely want to pick those up because you can use them to make a lot of money later on after completing a quest as part of the Wasteland survival guide. I'm pretty sure in all the houses as well there's all the resources you need to make one of the craftable weapons. Good job, dog meat. Well, there are obviously a lot of landmines, that's the name, around here. But, all you need to do is walk up to them slowly and then disarm them by interacting with them, and then they won't pose any threat to you. But you might notice over there is someone shooting at us that blew up that car, so we're gonna make sure to deal with them as quickly as possible. Just adjusting the aim there at the scope a little bit. Sometimes it has a tendency to become misaligned. And that way we don't need to worry about Arkansas or Arkansas or whatever, however you say it, shooting at the cars and blowing them up. But obviously, if any mines blow up near the cars, they can still get blown up that way. But any mines we find as well, we are going to want to pick up. But as well as being worth a lot of money, there is that optional objective to return a mine to Moira, and then that way you can get another schematic for bottle cap mines. Here we have a letter that can spawn in any mailbox, sort of randomly, and it's a letter from Tech. Just talking about applications to your place in the vault. There's also high chance of magazines spawning in people's letterboxes that act as temporary increases to your skills. So if there's a skill check you can't quite reach, if you have a magazine, you can bump up your skill just enough to pass the skill check. And I would pick up the 9mm SMG, but we haven't got that much 9mm ammo at the moment. Should be a safe in here as well, somewhere we can pick, unless this house doesn't have one. I did miss the skill book magazine though. Skill book rather. It's just that safe there. Thought there was one upstairs as well. Another achievement there for repairing a certain number of items. And with the key, Arkansas had on him, we can access any of the other houses as well. Another skill book there. So yeah, once you pick out that key, I definitely recommend coming into all the houses and checking for any loot. Here's another car that Arkansas will shoot at if you're still alive when you get close to it. So we managed to level up again from picking mines, which is quite funny. So when we get to level 6, there's a perk, Fortune Finder, and this increases the amount of caps we find in containers. So we want to pick this as soon as possible, so we can maximise the money we earn. There's also the Bloody Mess perk, and this gives us 5% more damage with any weapon. So it's probably one of the best sort of all-round damage perks in the game, and also means that some enemies will sort of self-destruct when you attack them. And as far as I can remember, that is all the major or more notable loot within Minefield. But all you have to do to get the main objective completed is make it over to this playground here. So we can head back to Moira now, and that will complete the first chapter of the survival guides.
How are those hot little potatoes? Because, you know, they're on the ground, like potatoes, and hot because they, explode. Anyway, what's up? My very own landmine! Oh, just what I've always wanted. Well, always since I sent you out on this anyway. Now, tell me all about it. What was it like going through there? What's it like disarming a landmine? Oh, well, if that's all, I'll just study this and hope there aren't any more explosions, shall I? I know you may not want to see any more explosives for a while, but obviously you know your way around them. Have a couple rainy day toys of mine. And looking at this landmine, it gives me an idea. It's a terrible device that does terrible things, of course, but it's easy to make your own, too.
And then because we brought Moira back a landmine, she gives us a schematic for the bottle cap mine as well, which is a very powerful item.
Yup, you've done a great job. I just need to add in the section on how to cook rat, and this chapter's done. Here, for your services, I've saved up quite a few stim packs. Of course, you may need them. We still got 2 more chapters to go.
So for the time being, we're just going to take a break
Well, I
on
can't.
the research. There's the animation that should play once you pick up a schematic. Quite cool. And yeah, it wasn't working before, so I just re-downloaded it and it seems to have fixed the problem. But I'm going to wrap this episode up here. It has been a bit of a longer episode, making sure to get that first chapter done. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed the episode and look forward to the rest of the series. Any mods that I've mentioned will be linked down in the description below for you guys, so you can download them and use them yourself. Thanks again for watching. I really appreciate having you guys here, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode.